Previously on Kerbal Space Program Live. So here we go, we are ready for launch of Jeb 4 to the moon. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ignition. We have liftoff. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, burn. Let's hope we have enough fuel, which I think we do. Is it just going to run out? I think, yeah, it's just going to run out. So let's dump that. Fire these. And just see what that's done for us. Let's remove the manoeuvre. Okay, so we have a periapsis of 519,000 metres with the moon. So quite a weird orbit angle we've got here. Just as we're about to start returning back to Kerbin, the moon picks us up and flings us instead. So hopefully at this point, at the lowest point on this orbit around the moon, we'll be able to deorbit ourselves so that we can land on the moon. Say your final goodbyes to Kerbin. Because we're heading to the moon. Okay, so we're just entering, there we go, the moon's influence. So this is our flag where we landed last time, placed by Bill Kerman, who sadly met his untimely demise in the process. This time we are hopefully going to meet with more success. We are going to pull our orbit around the moon, bring it down nice and low. 38. We did it to about 20 last time, I think, didn't we? So let's go 19,000. We'll go about the same because our landing was quite successful last time. But this time we have masses more fuel. Now that does make us a bit heavier, but worst case scenario, well no, there is no worst case scenario. Worst case scenario, we crash. So let's get us in closer to the moon. And bam! Whoa, that was too low. Just correct that a little bit. Whoa. No, that's not what we want. We want this one. Fortunately, because we're around the moon, we've got plenty of time to correct little mistakes like that. Let's just increase this up. We'll do it to about 14. There we go. Roughly 14,000 metres. So there we are. We are in orbit around Moon. Moon. Mun. Nice little picture of the moon there. There's Kerbin behind us. Now, while we are effectively in a high orbit around the moon, let's try again with our science. We'll see what science we get for these reports here. Aha! See, we've never transmitted a crew report while in space high over the moon. We look at the surface of the moon, try to find a good landing space. The inside of the craters might be the best option. If we recover this, we get 15 science. If we transmit it, we also get 15 science. So we are going to transmit it right now. Right here, right now. And you will notice that our solar panels instantly start replenishing the electric charge. So we can send lots and lots of reports. Now, if I repeat that and do another crew report in the same place, that is now worth 0 science. 1 transmission, that's it. It's also worth nothing if we recover it, so there is now no point from doing another crew report while we're over the moon. Let's do the same with our mystery goo. We get 9 science for transmitting that, 30 if we manage to bring it back. We're going to transmit it and we'll do another one on the surface. This is something else that they added in 0.23. Transmitting this experiment will render this module inoperable. Are you sure you want to continue? If we transmit it, we then can't take another goo report using that goo canister. We would have to take another goo canister. I don't think that's a good idea. I'm going to cancel that and reset the experiment so that we can do that on the moon and hopefully get more points for it. And the materials bay is going to be the same. So all we can do here is an EVA report, and that's worth 24 science just on its own. So that's not too bad. You recorded your observations about the situation whilst in space high above the moon. So we can't transmit that because it's EVA, so we have to get Malden back into the cockpit, and then we can review that and transmit that. And there goes our antenna out, sending that back. And we're basically facing the sun, so those solar panels are going to recharge our batteries again. Awesome! Now, well, all that's left to do, I suppose, is for us to spin round to here and land on the moon. Now, it's a shame that we're going to land on the dark side again, because we landed on the dark side of the moon last time. So what I think we're going to do is we'll come around here, we'll bring this apoapsis down, and we'll aim to land somewhere on the lighter side of the moon. Okay, there we go. So we are now going to be at 10,000 metres here, which means we can start to slow down. I wonder if we can... what way is this going to go? Is that going to come into the sun? That's going to come into the sun, isn't it? I wonder if we can aim to land in this giant crater here. I think that'd be pretty cool, don't you? Where are we going? Oh no, no, that's going to go dark, isn't it? Maybe if we aim for this end of it. I think we'll see how we go. We might aim to go into this bit of the crater here, which means we're probably going to need to do an adjustment burn here. Just to bring us into the crater. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Bring us into the crater and just, oops. There we go. So the lowest point on our orbit is now going to be above that crater if we do that manoeuvre right there. 3-second burn, easy. Let's line ourselves up. Where's that going to be? That's going to be in some weird, probably south. Yeah. Over here somewhere, there we go. So let's line up for this one. And 3-second burn, not too bad. Let's just zip round to this. Whoops, quickly burn. Near enough. Periapsis is still nice and high at 10,000, so we'll get into the crater. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're good. Now, we packed lights, didn't we? Where's those lights? Get the lights on. Oh no. Huh, they're not much use, are they? Because they're just pointing downwards, or upwards in this case, because we're upside down. Maybe we should have pointed some at the ship. So we'll turn those off for now. Don't really need those. Just using up electricity. And while we're on the dark side of the moon, that's all coming out of our batteries as well. So Let's spin us round to the periapsis, and we slow us down to normal time, and hopefully by now we can start to see the moon. Ooh, very close. Here is the moon underneath us. Now, we are going to need to slow ourselves down to bring ourselves out of orbit, which we will need to do facing that direction. I'm a bit close. Let's just give it a little bit more. So here we are. We are right over the crater now, so this will hopefully be very good for some science points. Let's start to slow ourselves down. Look at that, immediately we are no longer in orbit. We're going to start dropping towards the moon. It's very bumpy down there. How are we doing here? Just trying to eliminate our lateral movement so that we are dropping basically straight down, which we are kind of doing now. Let's get our legs down. There we go, make sure, yep, they are clear of the bottom of the engines. I've seen plenty of people make that mistake. Now, where are we going to land here? This doesn't look particularly flat. So I'm thinking, let's change our camera. Whoops, not that one. Suppose we can have a quick look around the cockpit. I've forgotten how to change the camera. Here we go. Chase mode. Okay. Don't really want chase mode though, I just wanted to make sure that I knew which way we were going. So if I point us in kind of this direction. Okay, we are now actually going up, so I need to slow us down again. Anyone ever played those Moonlander games? Whoa! Where you got to try and land your little capsule on the moon. This is a lot like that. Oh no, that's really not a good place to stop. Hang on, I've lost track of where we're facing. Here we go. Ridge, coming into this crater instead now. Okay. We should now be... Let's get those lights back on. Are they on? Yep. So they will hopefully light up our landing spot. It's pretty dark down there. 3,000 metres. Let's just keep our speed nice and low. Now that we can see these rocks appearing below us. Zoom out a little bit. See, these three outer tanks are getting close to empty now, but the middle one's still got a fair bit of fuel in it, so that's good. There's our lights. Ah, what happened there? We bounced and our rockets were too powerful. So let's just correct that. Oh no, stop. Well, that was rubbish. Not a smooth landing. Let's hide that, it's getting in the way. Looking at the camera the wrong way, that's not going to help. Oh no! We've lost control, guys. Ah no! We lost control. I've no idea what happened there. Oh dear. More practice needed, methinks. Well, that's the end of Malden Kerman's career. A short-lived career it was too. Back to the drawing board, eh? We were doing so well. We even made contact with the moon and everything. We just made contact a bit hard. So this was definitely the right idea. But not quite executed perfectly. We have managed to unlock some science. Not enough to be worth anything. We need another 7 before we can unlock any of these. Most especially this one. This is a very heavy thing, but I really want this to get this up in orbit and we can start making a space station along with this, the docking ports. Oh no, that's not the docking ports. Oh no. That's just the larger rocket parts. Where's the docking ports then? They must be over here somewhere. But anyway, our science archives are probably going to show us that we have received just about as much science as we can from a lot of these things. One thing we haven't done, mystery goo observation from Kerbin's upper atmosphere, so we need to target that, we need to aim for that. Materials studies near the moon, near Kerbin, while flying at Kerbin, so there's a lot of stuff we can still do with the materials bay. Goo observation while in space over the moon. So we've found all the possible reports now. We haven't unlocked all the possible points, so I think that will be our next mission, is to unlock the rest of these points, because there's quite a lot to be earned here. And maybe we'll do, as I say, a trip to the moon, maybe out to Minmus, the other moon that's travelling around Kerbin, or perhaps even a trip to Eve or to Duna. We shall have to see. That shall have to wait, guys, because that is going to be the end of our stream. Hope you've enjoyed watching, even though we weren't particularly successful. Don't forget to subscribe. Come back and see us next time. We'll try and do another stream on Friday as usual. And for those of you watching on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, whatever. Pledge your last will and testament. And we will see you next time. Bye bye.
What?